Okay, am I recording? I think I am. Hello, welcome. I'm Haley. You may or may not know me from Instagram as We Are Currently Reading. I'm also part of the Utterly Unhinged podcast, and this is going to be my chaotic booktube, book vlogging type of channel. I'm very excited about this. I feel like I'm too long-winded for TikTok, and Instagram really likes Reels, but it's basically TikTok. So I'm taking a crack at this. I go to a lot of book events, and I take a lot of content with my best friend for Bookstagram, and I feel like there's some real fun moments that other people might enjoy watching because I know I would enjoy watching it myself. So we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see where this goes, and hopefully other people enjoy it as much as I'm gonna enjoy making this content. So welcome. I hope we have a good time together. I guess we could do a little get to know me thing. So yes, we are currently reading on Instagram and on TikTok, and those are my two main platforms. So I'm a little more active on Instagram than I am on TikTok. A little bit about me. I read a lot of romance. I read a lot of fantasy. I read a lot of YA. I'm not as big of a fan of contemporary, specifically rom-coms. I have rom-coms. This is my entire shelf of rom-coms. Like, I don't have many more than this. But I have many shelves of fantasy and romance, monster romance, alien romance, fantasy romance, dark romance. Oh, I do love me a dark romance. It's just the works. I have two cats who are going to be regular stars in this channel because they're my everything. Their names are Ron and Fox, like the characters from a certain wizarding world. It happens. It was not intentional, it just fit them. I also make a lot of references to that universe. Just gonna put it out there, I don't support the person, but I love the universe. Also, let's just talk about this shirt. I'm obsessed with Cassian. He's incredible. He's so hot. Anyway, you're probably gonna get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I might do some hauls of like book hauls when I buy stuff. I might do some merch hauls when I get merch in the mail. It could be me vlogging events when I go to them, or content making. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure yet. I might also spend some time talking about some of my favorite reads, maybe doing like a monthly reading wrap up. I'm not sure, but I figure we can just figure it out together. I thought I'd just hop on and say hello, and I look forward to our time together on this channel. I hope you enjoy. How do I stop this? The first order of business is that I really need to reorganize my bookshelves. I don't know if you can see, but they are kind of in a disarray. There's a whole bunch of things on them because I use my bookshelves as a spot where I keep things that I don't want my cats to get into. So they need a little bit of organizing. Plus, I've gotten some books that have just come in the mail, or like some PR boxes, and just things I've gotten signed. You can see my bag of Taylor Swift bracelets that I traded at the concert. Some art prints that my friend got me from, oh, what was it? Book Bonanza. I think it's time for a little reorganization, and maybe we'll do a little time lapse of me cleaning my shelves. So I have kind of reorganized it. It looks a little bit better, right? I think it's as good as it's gonna get. I would really just need more shelf space in order to fix it more. There is a method to my madness. I think it looks better. I think it's as good as it's gonna get for right now, honestly. I would just need more shelves or fewer books in order for it to be better, which neither of those things are gonna happen tonight. I didn't really touch anything up top because that's as good as that's gonna get, honestly. We're gonna ignore all the art prints that are up there because those don't have frames, so they can't go anywhere yet. These are like miscellaneous adult fiction, fantasy. I think there's a few YA fantasies on there. Then I have my Wheel of Time series. I have some middle grade fantasy fiction up there. My Katie Robert plus some miscellaneous. Like these are not Katie Robert and those are like journaling books. I have some like fantasy romance up there. I have some YA and middle grade up there. Again, it's like nostalgic middle grade fantasy or like YA fantasy. Here's some fantasy, like mostly romantasy and just like good adult fantasy. How many times can I say fantasy before it becomes redundant? These are like apart from the ones on the top, which I haven't read any of the ones on top, but these are all like my favorite romantasy books. You know, we got Fourth Wing, of course. I have 2 copies because I have really great friends who gifted me a second copy for graduation. I have only the first Throne of Glass book, my wonderful ACOTAR books, I have Crescent City, I have the entire From Blood and Ash series plus the prequel books, and it's in the reading order. This candle my friend got me for my birthday or Christmas, I can't remember, but it smells incredible. And this little mushroom is from the Dollar Tree, which I also freaking love. Anywho, then I have my like YA fantasy shelf. These are actually tea tins. Look how cute that is. Pico Pan, adorable. And then Pippi Oolong stocking. We love. It has tea inside and I have not drank any of it yet. We have my Elise Kova shelf because I adore Elise Kova. I'm just very excited about all of these. I've read most, not all of them. We have this shelf which is just kind of random. Plus my book bullet journal that I have not been keeping up with at all. But that's fine. My cat is currently playing with a lid. Thanks a lot, Ronald. And my mom just bought this for me. She saw it at Target and was like, oh, you need this, which I adore. I adore her for that. This shelf is primarily monster romances and alien romances. It kind of goes monster romance to alien romance. Peep the Ice Planet Barbarians art print that I'm obsessed with. Then I have like Omegaverse and paranormal romances here. Okay, there's some hockey romance, but we're just gonna ignore that, and some contemporary romance. But for the most part, that's what that is. This originally was supposed to be all like fae romantasy. It's kind of gotten a little wonky as I've needed to just fill up space. This again was supposed to be like fantasy and romantasy, but it's kind of a mishmash of all kinds of things now, but I honestly love it. I clearly love Charlie Ann Holmberg. Like, I think her fantasy is so whimsical and so fun, and I'm just obsessed with her. She's also a fantastic human. These are all my Brandon Mole books, which I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little obsessed. I think he writes such great middle grade fantasy. I can't get enough of it. Again, this was originally supposed to be like dark romance and like dark fantasy romance. But again, now it's just kind of a mishmash of things that fit. They fit, they sit. Cruel Prince series, all of the other books that fit there. I will not be taking down my dragon paintings, but as you can see, it's all YA with some adult fantasy in there. Fantasy romance. More YA fantasy. I think there might be a few adult fantasies in there, but mostly YA. These are all my mass markets. There's like 2 layers of them in there. Plus a whole bunch of like nostalgic fantasy from my childhood. More YA fantasy here. These are all my like non-fiction books, so like all my memoirs and other books that I have been enjoying this past year, plus my failed TBR jar. These are also all my bookmarks, which I don't know if you can really see. This is my whole entire bin of bookmarks. Most of them are from Gigi and Bo. I love her. These are primarily my contemporary romances and my rom-coms. I really don't have a lot. Yes, I have Colleen Hoover. I did like It Ends With Us. I love a good cry. I haven't read It Starts With Us, but I've heard it's really bad. There's 2 layers of books here too. It's fantasy and YA fantasy mostly. Read a lot of it, but not all of them. Same with these. A lot of these I've read. A lot of them are from my childhood. Yes, those are the Daughters of the Moon series. We're not going to talk about the fact that they're not in order. It's the Daughters of the Moon books, and then this is the boys' POV books. And then my OG Vampire Diaries and Secret Circle. Behind this stack is a whole bunch of books I've already read. Some fantasy I haven't read. More fantasy and romance that I haven't read, mostly. Some of them I have, but it's mostly just a mishmash. So yeah, that's my book. That's my bookshelf. I will not be standing up at this point. I'm very happy with it for what it is, but I could definitely use at least 1 more shelf. Also, let's just quickly look at my Archive Sunday collage. Actually, it's 2 of them. Well, actually this might be 3. This is a combination of their Dark Academia, which I actually did a giveaway on their page in, I think it was January, it might have been February. And then it's a combination of their Night Court and Spring Court aesthetics. I have more of the Night Court one up behind my TV, but the whole thing didn't fit there, and there's some that I just adore that needed to go up on my wall. So it lives over there next to my cat litter box in the cat tree. I hope you've enjoyed watching me rearrange my bookshelves and talk about how I've organized my shelves and getting to know me and my chaotic dive into booktube. It's probably going to be a lot of vlog style videos because those are my favorite to watch. Welcome. I hope you have the best time because I'm gonna have the best time chatting and getting to know all of you. So bye.